Kaylin mentioned, Murdaugh's lies were again the topic of the conversation in today's court proceedings. Another important focus included the timeline of events that Murdaugh had laid out in his testimony. Those events then compared with interviews that he had given to SLED and law enforcement in the past. News 19's Sam Perez explains.
After walking through June 7th, 2021, the day of the murders, with his defense team on Thursday, defendant alex-Murdaugh again shared what that day was like while being questioned for hours by lead prosecuting attorney Creighton Waters. Murdaugh testified in detail exactly what he says his day was like, but Waters pointed out he didn't know what he was doing after leaving his wife Maggie and son Paul down at the dog kennels. Murdaugh says he returned to the main house, laid down for a short period, and then decided to go to his mom's house. During this time of just a few minutes, his phone recorded over 200 steps.
What were you doing, Mr. Murdaugh, for those 4 minutes?
Preparing to leave for my mom's house.
What? What does that mean? I mean, you're in the front room on that couch where you say you laid down. The Suburban's just right outside. What all are you doing?
I don't know if I got up and went to my room, went to the gun room, went back in that.
Doing what? You've been so clear in your new story about everything. What were you doing during these 4 minutes?
I disagree with your assertion about every detail. I don't recall. I know that I was getting up and I was leaving. I was going to check on my mom. But specifically what I was doing, I don't know.
Okay.
I know what I wasn't doing, Mr. Waters, and what I wasn't doing is doing anything as I believe you've implied that I.
All right, I think that 283 steps going to be a key. I was just telling Darcy as we were listening to that today, it was gone over and over again. Creighton Waters saying you were a busy bee at 9:02 when your phone started moving again. Alec clearly didn't have an answer for what he was doing during those 283 steps. The prosecution, of course, saying that that's when the murders were happening. That's when he was wrapping up the murders and racing back to the house to try to cover up the evidence. Dick Harpootlian, right after they wrapped, said he has 4 more witnesses to call. Then, of course, they will have to give their closing arguments. Darcy, he asked Judge Clifton Newman if they could split the arguments between Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin. Judge Newman saying basically, no. I will consider it, but I don't think so. And so that will continue on Monday.
Why would they want to split the closing arguments?
Now, according to Dick Harpootlian, he said 4 weeks of testimony is way too much for any one person to digest. Creighton Waters said, I object. He wanted only one of them to do the closing argument. Judge Clifton Newman saying it's standard, only one of y'all does the argument. So I think we will have to find out on Monday whether it's going to be Dick Harpootlian or Jim Griffin to give that closing argument. Might not even be Monday, might be Tuesday.
All right, so we know court will resume Monday morning at 9:30 in Colleton County. You can watch it live on our website at WLTX.com, all of our News 19 platforms, on our website, on our YouTube channel, and on the News 19 app.